actually put my iPad on my lap. Allure Galaxy, Cosmic Empire.
Galactic light shines bright. All stars gleam in harmony. As witnesses, they shall celebrate the official engagement between the Empress of the Cosmic Empire and Sylus, the sovereign of the Chaosy Galaxy.
Yay, I'm marrying Pookie again. It's a great day. As I fasten the last button on my gown, Cermonio's space fighters complete the first lap outside the palace. I look down. A crimson ring lies quietly in its jewelry box. It's an essential element for this political marriage alliance. Oh, it's an arranged marriage. I don't care. I'm still marrying him again. The lightweight gown was deliberately chosen. I lift.
Did you choose a color that matches me?
Yeah, you should feel honored. I always try to match you, Pookie. As if acknowledging my words, Sylus bows and extends his hand. It's a gesture of invitation.
It's time to receive our blessings.
He looks so good. I love this outfit. Remember, this is just a deal between us. Don't cross the line. After my palm slides into his, he tightly grips it. An irresistible force pulls me towards him. I stumble before he uses his other hand to support my back.
This distance is expected of two people in a stable, harmonious relationship, Your Majesty. If you want people to notice something's not right, well, you're free to push my hand away.
He moves his hand slowly, provocatively, ooh, before it finally settles on my waist. Sylus pulls me into his embrace. Reflected in the mirror, we're so close that we're seemingly one entity.
You're already regretting it. This marriage of convenience is just a deal between us. Until we walk through that door, you still have a chance to back out. Do you still want to do it?
I want to get married. I'm down. Let's do this. What I choose is not for others to judge. Listen to what I have to say. I am the Empress of a galactic empire I was reading. As for you, it's too late to back out if you're going to... Okay. I don't even have it on auto mode.
I would never possess a hint of remorse when the benefits of our marriage alliance are involved.
A tickling sensation runs between my fingers as Sylus adjusts the ring I'm wearing. He ensures the crimson gemstone embedded on it is facing upward. It's a symbol of the power behind him and what I demanded from him. And on his ring finger, the ring representing me, the Empress of the Cosmic Empire, shines just as brilliantly at this moment. This is also what he demanded from me. The palace gates open before us. Arm in arm, Sylus and I enter the aerial garden beneath the boundless universe. Conversation abruptly ceases. The nobles and the ministers in the luxurious attire set down their glasses and bow to us with the utmost reverence. The luncheon officially begins. As I gesture for everyone to forego the formalities, Sylus moves even closer. His words are mixed with amusement. His words, mixed with amusement, wash over my ear.
Your Majesty, I'm no longer an outsider. I am your fiancé.
I lean against his shoulder and direct his attention to the unmanned camera flying towards us. In the cosmic year, 649. Sylus Chaosi Sovereign and I hold a grand ceremony to announce our engagement to the universe. But only we know that our union is nothing more than a deception, a deal, a mutual exploitation. It all started 14 days ago, on the 3rd day of my coronation ceremony. The 3rd day of my coronation ceremony is known as the Day of Fealty. On this day, the nobles of the Empire, the overlords governing planets, and even the sovereigns of the galaxies who are vassals of the Empire must present the most precious gifts to the new monarch to prove their loyalty. Only on this day does the Empress Mothership allow those who pledge their loyalty to board. It permits people to be within 10 inches of the Empress so that they can present rare treasures she might already possess and recite words of praise. She has long grown tired of hearing. There is no other reason. Rulers throughout the ages know that the purpose of the Day of Fealty has never been about those gifts. The lady on the far right, the previous emperor, regulated her to managing the royal library, but her abilities exceeded that role. I had a feeling it was about to just skip again, chat. It wasn't. We're good. I still need a personal secretary. She's the best candidate. Sitting on the throne, I gaze at the countless private spacecraft before me. They're as numerous as the stars. The one in the center, I remember him being the previous emperor's close friend. He's the wealthiest overlord in the empire. Who knows how much of the empire's tax revenue has gone into his pockets also. Before the previous emperor was beheaded, I received intel about his preparations to defect to a hostile galaxy, the Glory Federation. How should I deal with him? The emperor has prospered for hundreds of years, but to me, it's a massive ship with rotting, obsolete parts. One can find many parasites like him throughout the empire. For my sake of my sovereignty, these people cannot stay here. But I know that in everyone's eyes, I'm still young and inexperienced. Rash actions will only backfire on me. I must think of a strategy before making my move. Regardless of the reason, my position must never be undermined. The whispers interrupt my thoughts. Among the stars, a streak of unmistakable crimson appears. Red. It's from Chaosi? I also rolled that. I rise from the throne. Following my movements, the Imperial soldiers guarding the deck quickly close in around me. I cannot read today. Oh boy. Overhead, the red spacecraft grazes past the numerous loyalist vessels and forces them to move out of the way. All units on standby only move when I issue out the command. For hundreds of years, only 2 entities have been powerful enough to compete for the position and power to rule the cosmos: the Cosmic Empire and the Glory Federation. But in the past century, an emerging power, Chaosi, has made its mark in the universe. The Chaosi galaxy is located at the edge of the cosmos. It's covered in an abnormal magnetic field and surrounded by massive amounts of planetary debris. The Empire has staged multiple attacks to conquer it in the past, but has always returned defeated. The reasons, aside from its easily defended terrain, include a unique resource controlled exclusively by Chaosi's inhabitants. Earthstone? I don't know how to say that word. They mentioned it in the event story too, but I struggle, chat. It's a mineral with a reddish hue. When embedded in a cold weapon, it makes them invincible. For firearms, Earthstone multiplies their strength and makes them nearly unstoppable. Even the Cosmic Empire, with its strong military, has to be cautious when dealing with them. As Chaosi Sovereign, Sylus intervened in the wars between galaxies and profited all involved parties by acting as a weapons supplier. This has allowed Chaosi to grow rapidly. In just 100 years, Chaosi ranks third after the Empire and the Glory Federation. It's another force that strikes fear across the galaxies. Chaosi will never pledge loyalty to me. To show up uninvited, what does Sylus want? My mind races as I consider the countermeasures. Meanwhile, the red vessel is already docking. The Empire's blades and guns are in position. They're aimed at the vessel's hatch and the person who's about to emerge.
This is quite the welcome.
One step, two, composed. He walks away from the vessel and acts as if the weapons aimed at him don't exist. Just like that, he's standing before me.
I'm here to see you, Your Majesty.
He doesn't bow to me. Instead, he opens an exquisite jewelry box to display an Eartherstone ring. Tell me why you're here.
For our proposed marriage, of course.
His words send shockwaves of disbelief that ripple into the crowd. I narrow my eyes and study him. What Sylus said is true. The engagement between us has existed for as long as I can remember. Even though I know it's a means to keep Chaosi in check, I found myself paying attention to Sylus as a person over the years. I knew we'd meet someday, but I didn't expect him to barge in like this and bring up our marriage alliance. Rumors claim Sylus was hideous, monstrous, and terrifying to look at, and he is none of those things. I used to think that if I really had to go through with the marriage, I'd just kill him. I see not every rumor is true. Sylus is more intriguing than I imagined. The unexpected visitor has brought the day of fealty to a complete halt. I scan the crowd of bewildered faces. Everyone is waiting for me to make my position known. Accompany me to a more private place. We need to have a proper discussion about this marriage. I emphasize the word private. Sylus raises an eyebrow and flashes an amused smile.
Lead the way.
With just one expression in a sentence, I'm certain he's not here for our marriage. What's he here for then? My footsteps echo against the marble floor of the palace corridor. Sylus follows behind me. Sometimes he's close, and other times he's distant. It's as if he's playing a game that's designed to test my patience. At the end of the corridor is the study used for receiving envoys from other galaxies. I open the door and lead Sylus inside. Let's cut to the chase. Our engagement has existed since childhood. If you actually wanted me to honor it, you wouldn't have visited me now.
I thought an empress would have more sophisticated negotiation skills. But I don't mind. I like people who are direct. I'm visiting you because I'd like to maximize the benefits of this deal.
He strolls over to the holographic cosmic map that's being projected in the center of the study. He moves his fingers to push the Empire towards me.
Is the Empire's throne still comfortable? I'm afraid the former Emperor left you a rather large mess to deal with. For example, there are certain people who oppose you. They're powerful, yet impossible to remove.
Yeah. Countless ministers' faces flash through my mind. I mask the disgust and suspicion in my heart with a polite smile.
What if I told you that Chaosi is willing to help you deal with these obstacles?
I'm listening. With a flick of his finger, Sylus sends the projected Chaosi galaxy towards me. Its after images trail behind it as it settles next to the Cosmic Empire.
Marriage is the simplest, least suspicious way to unite two powers. Assuming we use it as our pretext, Chaosy shall become your deadliest weapon, one unbound by imperial constraints. For matters involving eliminating people, you don't need to consider the voices that restrain you, or worry about whether acting too hastily will lead to a rebellion.
At some point, Sylus moved closer to whisper dangerous, tempting words in my ear. Is a fiend trying to tempt me? The plays in the taverns always involve a study where a human makes a deal with a fiend, and the price is one's soul. However, I suspect my soul is less attractive compared to the benefits you can gain from me. Sylus smiles and places the jewelry box containing the ring in my hand.
Chaosy's former sovereign stepped down years ago, yet he still covets the power that comes with this position. He made all sorts of friends and continues to be pesky. One of them has unknown origins and serves as his biggest supporter. I want you to use your status as Empress to find out who that person is.
So I'm not the only one making a deal with fiends today. Sorry, chat, I feel like I have to sneeze. Ah! While weighing the pros and cons, my attention is drawn to the flickering red light in the jewelry box again. Finding out someone's identity isn't difficult. More importantly, I might be able to gain access to some Earthstones. With them in my possession, no galaxy can rival the Cosmic Empire. Alright. Deal. Our negotiations come to an end. Sylus' smile widens as he takes my hand and gently kisses the back of it.
Good. I expected as much. You and I are kindred spirits. Nothing is more pleasant than reaching an understanding with someone with the same mindset.
I smile, which serves as an agreement with his words. I have a feeling that the cosmic landscape is going to become more interesting from now on. I am too. I think that's why I'm struggling so much. The ceremonial space fighters, their contrails of the Empire's colors, have completed their 13 passes. There is just one last step.
You may kiss your fiancé, Your Majesty.
Smooching time! Amidst the cheers of the crowd, I smile and step towards Sylus. I wrap my arms around his neck. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me? Sylus leans in, his breath drawing near. The tip of his nose almost touches mine.
Have someone search for the wealthy overlord's body in the war zone near the Empire's outskirts tomorrow. You can publicly declare this as an accidental death from straying too far into a battlefield, or reveal a crime to justify his execution. It's up to you.
Wonderful. This deal, in the name of the marriage alliance, is proving to be as valuable as I expected, but will Sylus be someone I can safely deal with? He said we're kindred spirits, so I suspect this safety won't last very long. The most effective way to deal with him is to use him, and once I kill him, I can seize the opportunity to annex Chaosy and make it mine. The previous rulers of the Cosmic Empire have failed to achieve this, and this achievement is enough to ensure no one will dare challenge me again.
I've shown my sincerity. Now it's your turn. Come to Chaosy with me tomorrow. This marriage alliance needs a more convincing performance.
Of course. After finishing my last words with a smile, I kiss Sylus. The wine from the banquet is sharp and potent. The spine-tingling flavor seeps into my mouth as Sylus kisses me back. However, even though I made this deal with a fiend, I can only feel how wonderful it is at this moment. Perhaps it's because of this power that's easily within reach. Or maybe it's because Sylus's kisses are truly intoxicating. I feel like it's the second thing. Unlike the Empire's method of selecting monarchs, Chaosy values raw strength. Defeat the current sovereign, and you can take their place. For the past several centuries, Chaosy's previous ruler, Rogray, was invincible, until Sylus defeated him. If he's that powerful, did he approach me just because Rogray is colluding with other galaxies? One must always be on guard. I've entertained thoughts of killing Sylus, and he's likely been doing the same.
Your Majesty? Your Majesty.
Yes? The Secretary's voices over the comms brings me back to my senses. She's already finished reporting the matters discussed in today's court. Do as you suggested, and keep a close watch on the situation in the palace for me while I'm away. Especially the former Emperor's younger brother, Zinlai. He's been scheming lately.
Yes, Your Majesty. I shall keep a close eye on Lord Zinlai.
After the call ends, I lean against the spaceship's porthole. Using its reflection, I observe Sylus, who's at the dining table, before I start thinking again.
I suggest you find a place to sit down.
What? He unhurriedly stabs his fork into the last piece of salmon. It's an earth dish recreated by a spaceship's chef.
I warned you.
Now entering the Chaosy Galaxy. Autopilot has been disengaged. Switching to manual control mode.
As soon as those words leave the speaker, the spaceship suddenly lurches violently. All visible equipment malfunctions because of the magnetic field interface. Lights flicker erratically. Ah! The second wave of turbulence hits. As the world spins, I reach out towards Sylus at the split second before I expect him to let me fall, but he catches me. His arm is firmly around my waist.
You have good reflexes.
Sylus's face looms close. Loud. I can almost make out the fine hairs on his face and the shadows cast by his eyelashes under the light. Why are you being kind all of a sudden?
If I hadn't helped you, the Empire would probably be preparing their next monarch's coronation ceremony right now. Besides, it's normal for spouses to lend each other a helping hand.
We haven't officially gotten... Before I can continue, Sylus grabs the helmet and places it on my head without saying another word.
We're here. Say whatever you want to say after you put on the helmet.
With a snap, he flips down the helmet's visor, and my vision is immediately tinted with a dark gray filter. A moment passes before my vision clears. Sylus, who has also put on a helmet. The hatch opens, and he smiles as he turns to look at me.
Welcome to Chaosy, Your Majesty.
Chaosy. My first impression of Chaosy is that it's hot. Scorching heat that seems ready to burn everything blazes across the planet's surface. I belatedly realize the source of it. I look up, and a distorted planet explodes overhead. Countless fragments come crashing down like snowflakes with a thunderous roar. The ground shakes. I can't hear anything until my ears finally stop ringing.
Do you feel better?
The helmet stays on! Sorry. Chat. The demon. She came out again. I'm sorry. What happened? I look past Sylus, who seems unfazed. Among the nearby planetary debris are several crimson crystals. Those are Earther stones.
They also make up the planet's core.
Heat wave-like mist drifts out from the Aether stones. Whenever it passes, vegetation withers instantly, their roots showing signs of corrosion.
Planets collide above Chaosy, and their destruction spews out cores containing immense energy. Coexisting with them is the price you pay for survival.
Oh, is it? I tighten my helmet and watch as several heavily bundled Chaosy inhabitants emerge from an unknown place. They pick up the Earther stones. I see their faces through my visor. They bear wounds from corrosion, and none of them has really healed.
Your Majesty,
Oh, that's Sylus.
do you still think the Empire can handle resources such as Erythra stones?
Erythra stones. See, I just needed to hear Pookie say it. We're fine. Erythra stones. Erythra stones. Got it. The Empire has a sky curtain. It can block out disasters like this and selectively show the people
A beautiful, peaceful, serene side of the cosmos. And it lets them appreciate life's beauty while looking at virtual scenery.
Sylus smiles and a hint of mockery flashes through his eyes. I've seen that expression before. It was when he looked at the beautiful scenery projected by the sky curtain from the palace balcony.
It numbs people's perception of chaos. No one would do such a thing here. Chaos is the universe's endpoint, its destination. And the first rule of survival here is to be in charge of chaos. Aren't you the same way?
Me?
Didn't you wager everything with this marriage so you could be in charge of the Empire's chaos?
Numerous thoughts flood my mind, and faces harboring ulterior motives flash before my eyes. Interesting. They're the source of chaos, yet they're also literally stepping stones that will secure my reign. Yes, you and I are definitely kindred spirits. Sylus's attendant has been waiting for quite some time. The royal guard remains on standby. I only brought 2 people as personal escorts. We follow Sylus and his attendant towards the floating platform that leads to Chaosy. The floating platform descends into an abyssal darkness. It travels an unknown distance, then a glimmer of light appears. The capital is underground.
When the Erythra stone showers pass, it will rise to the surface and operate like a normal city-state.
The underground capital is seemingly encased in an endless night. The lights never go out, and the people's shadows are accompanied by bustling sounds. The center of the city is our destination. That's where Sylus's residence is. At the highest point of the residence, a dragon-shaped Erythra stone is embedded. It's what Sylus chose as his emblem. You are. Did anybody hear Sneaky? Like a sun or a heart, it's impossible to ignore. It compels people to look up. He walked in here and goes, I'm bald
My lord,
now.
the welcoming banquet for the Empress has been arranged. Lord Rogray and his relatives have also arrived.
Thinking about how I'm about to meet the former sovereign who competed with Sylus for power, according to rumors, I place my hand in Sylus's. Why are you laughing? You're not pretending anymore?
I'm pretending.
He grips my hand, and the calluses left by weapons brush against my palm. Yes, Sylus and I fell in love at first sight. Okay, but we really didn't.
I'm not smitten with her appearance. I adore her for her way of thinking.
I'm not smitten with his appearance either. I like his... I pause, unable to come up with the right words. Seeing this, Sylus leans in, and an amused expression is on his face.
What do you like about me? I'm very curious.
This banquet being held on the pretense of welcoming me is actually a confirmation between Chaosi's old and new leaders. Sylus and I sit at the seats of honor. We face a group of Rogray's relatives, potential enemies. We were discussing something that interests everyone in the casual conversation. Love. Prying eyes scrutinize my relationship with Sylus. His wit. I like his wit. He's no ordinary man. If he can make the entire cosmos know the name of Chaosi in such a short time, he's the only one who's worthy of being my husband and our future together. There's a slight movement beside me as Sylus raises his glass.
This drink is to my wife.
The words, "its future wife," were on the tip of my tongue, but I want to subtly correct him. But when I turn, I meet his amused gaze. Never mind. Okay. As the...
Your Majesty,
Never
Chaosi's
mind.
Erythrostone shower will be over soon.
not
When
like I
it
was gonna read
does,
that.
the city shall rise to the surface.
Real note, chat. The last survey I filled out, I complained about how they don't pause. And then I miss stuff. And I'm trying to read it to you guys. And I feel like it's even worse so far with this memory. Infold! Fix it! Please! Your content creators want to read. We need it to actually pause so we can read. If I'm not playing this in auto mode, why is it skipping? Sorry, I'm raging. Your Majesty, Chaosi's Erythrostone shower will be over soon. When it does, the city shall rise to its surface. And yes, I know the clock exists down here, chat, where we could click it and go back. But that, like, takes away from what this is. It's a visual novel game. Like, I want the visuals. I want to be able to see the visual while I'm reading. I don't want to have to just read.
Our sovereign will be busy with his affairs, but I can show you what Chaosi has to offer.
A kind gaze, with a glaring sharpness beneath the surface. Gentle words laced with implications. I'm too familiar with this. He's trying to win me over. Nearby, Sylus, who has remained composed throughout the banquet, finally leans forward. Wearing an enigmatic smile, he refills Rogray's empty glass.
Maybe I wouldn't be so busy if you had retired earlier.
At some point, the banquet had grown quiet. Only Sylus's and Rogray's voices echo through the vast mansion. Ooh. Angie Pookie. As the wine glass is presented to Rogray, the corners of his mouth slightly tremble despite his smile. His gaze is still fixed on me. I know everyone is watching me. They're focused on my choice, Sylus included. But his gaze reveals no particular position. There's only pure curiosity. I think Sylus would be a competent guide for showing me Chaosi's sights and sounds. He's my husband.
Of course.
Faint rumbling echoes in the distance. Another planet has Most likely broken up and crashed to the ground. Rogray smiles and drains his glass. The stagnant air finally moves again, but the atmosphere has already turned unusually cold.
A harmonious marriage is also something worth celebrating. However, Chaosy is dangerous. Even if you're only here temporarily, I hope you'll choose your position wisely.
The open conflicts are underhandled. Scheming in Chaosy is far from over. In just a few short days, I received numerous invitations under various pretexts. I have my attendants go to these events in my place. Behind the scenes, I asked them to record Chaosy's terrain, the locations of important buildings, and the cycle of erythrostone showers. I also secretly bribed some locals to monitor Sylus's movements for me. I haven't forgotten why I'm here. Even though Sylus and I are ostensible allies, he remains my greatest obstacle if I want to conquer Chaosy. I thought these few days in Chaosy would pass by peacefully. Unexpectedly, Rogray turned out to be more audacious and reckless than I had anticipated. On the night the erythrostone showers ended, the city rose to the surface. I jokingly asked Sylus to fulfill his duties as a guide and actually had him take me sightseeing. An assassination plot had been silently brewing in the darkness. Soon catches up to us.
Be careful.
Once I hear the commotion, jet black arrows fly from the tree behind us. They whistle as they cut through the air. Sylus reacts more quickly. Before the arrow can take us both out, he pulls me into his arms and dodges to the side.
Unfortunate. We won't be able to enjoy the night. Can you fight?
I'm often a target for assassination, so I can deal with a few murderers. How many are present?
In their previous attempts, they never sent more than 30 people. But since the Empress has graced us with her presence, there will probably be around 50. Let's make this quick.
The personal guards get into position with well-trained precision. Their captain throws a rifle to me. Sylus. Sylus ducks his head. God. The attacking assassins surge like waves one after another. They quickly drown out the sound of their comrades' death in their mechanical assault. Their erythrostone weapons flicker with an ominous glow. Each swing carries a deadly killing intent. Since they're attacking me and Sylus, I'm almost certain that these are Rogray's people, but if I die here, the situation will be more advantageous for Sylus. Why would he save me? There's no time to overthink. I pull the trigger again and hit the assassin dead. Attempting to ambush Sylus from behind. Under the starlit night, the assassin's blood flows through Chaosy's dry riverbeds. My shoes and Sylus's face are stained. I don't know how much time has passed, but the long battle is finally over. The victors have been decided. Bodies lie scattered before me. Breathing heavily, I lean against a tree. In the darkness, Sylus pulls a blade from the ground and slowly walks towards me. My temple throbs. I conceal myself further and grip my dagger in self-defense.
All the assassins are dead. Why are you hiding?
His voice appears right next to my ear. I tense up. Only after a moment passes do I put on a composed expression. And you? Holding an assassin's weapon? What are you planning to do? He turns to reveal a blade fragment that's sticking out of his back. Blood continues to seep from the wound.
I want you to help me get it out.
Oh. My Pookie's hurt! I instruct the attendant to fetch medical medicine from the starship. Then I help Sylus lean against a tree and sit down beside him. The hem of my dress, torn during the battle, is in the way. I rip it off and use it to wipe the bloodstain from my hands and Sylus's.
This blade might have erythra stones, but this is the standard design commonly used by the Empire's craftsmen. Do you have any leads on Rogray's associates?
I freeze, recalling my original deal with Sylus. I was supposed to investigate and uncover Rogray's hidden allies. At this moment, a name comes to my mind. Zinlai. He's the previous Emperor's young brother. He should have been the next monarch because of his bloodline, but the Empire abolished the hereditary system long ago. Hi, Deadly.
Oh. So he resents you for taking his position and wants you dead. And he just so happened to meet the former sovereign of Chaosi, who wants me dead. They're a perfect match.
Sorry, chat. It was mentioned in my secretary's recent messages that Zinlai has gone missing since I left. Before disappearing, he contacted multiple weapons dealers within the Empire. The fragments of the information coalesce to reveal a conspiracy's true shape. As I recall my experiences up to this point, I belatedly realized something. You already knew that Rogray was colluding with the Empire. Is that why you sought me out? You finished doing some customization for your custom model kit? Ooh, nice. Nice. You used me as bait, Sylus.
I used myself as bait, too. Besides, no one is better than you in terms of determining which Imperial citizen wants to take the throne. Working with you makes investigating easier.
I put on a stern expression and slightly tear open the bandage in my hands. I'm practically embracing Sylus from behind as I wrap his wounds. After thinking it over, I forcefully wrap the remaining bandages around Sylus's waist. And tie a knot.
You're being childish.
I glare at him before leaning back against the tree. My gaze sweeps over the cracked earth beneath my feet, then I gaze at Chaosy sky. The city-state that has risen to the surface is a speck on the horizon. Without a pervasive red mist, its bright light is as striking as the stars. I will look after I am finished reading. In the night sky, crimson nebulae slowly turn and flicker with the faint electrical light. They pulsate like a silent heartbeat. Do you often deal with assassination attempts?
Anytime, anywhere, daytime and nighttime. It's very annoying.
My poor Pookie.
But enjoying the scenery after? This is a first.
In the Empire, the scenery is pre-designed by engineers using the weather system. I've never seen anything that's like this natural, wild scenery before. It's precious. This is the same feeling Chaosy gave me, and I turn to look at Sylus. He pulls me against his shoulder as if he anticipated it.
Chaosy didn't have scenery like this in the past. This is a monster-like galaxy. It pulls in any planets that come close and devours them. Chaosy's primary and secondary stars are also locked in the same struggle. They pull and tear each other apart. This nebula is the remnant of their struggle.
Are you saying...
Chaosy will march towards its own destruction. Maybe in a few hundred years. Maybe tomorrow.
His chest gently rises and falls with each breath, yet Sylus speaks of his homeland's destruction with an unsettling nonchalance. It's like how he offers no explanation for those intimate moments. Everything is treated as natural. I suddenly understand why he's trying so hard to control chaos. You'd rather be destroyed on your own terms than wait for an ending. There's a soft rustling beside me as Sylus takes my hand. He guides it towards the nebula. Slowly, carefully, he guides my fingers to trace the scenery before us. It's as if he's sketching an invisible future.
It's like a dragon.
Ah! You can't mention dragon again, Pookie! Sylus raises his chin towards the sky. Hi, wifey.
Its shape is like a dragon. Have you heard of them before?
Your emblem in Chaosia is a dragon. They're mythical creatures, yes. The Empire's library has several novels with stories about them. In those tales, dragons devour cities, burn wastelands, consume people's souls. Sylus suddenly laughs as if he thought of something.
Most people endure the status quo while secretly hoping for a new established order to arrive. But that is built on the destruction of the old world. So people create dragons to overturn the current world for them. All the dreams they don't dare to realize are realized by it.
He tightens his grip on my hand. His gaze reminds me of a dragon's eyes you'd read about. I'm unable to look away.
I know you want to kill me.
Oh.
I want to kill you too, for the future and established order you desire. Using any means necessary is fair.
You want to conquer the cosmic empire after killing me and turn it into a livable chaosy. The speculations I've harbored are voiced, yet I feel calmer than expected.
And you want to annex Chaosy to make it the cornerstone of your reign. See, I told you we were a perfect match.
I also realized that my thoughts about why he saved me were unnecessary. Similar to how I want to kill him, he wants to kill me, so he won't let me die at the hands of others. How long do we have until we're enemies?
It won't be long. When the time comes, I look forward to it overturning the cosmos itself. There are no dragons in this world, but we can become dragons.
Crimson Night seems to have ended. It's just time for Sylus and me. We help each other stand. Under our feet, our shadows sway and stretch in the distant firelight. They overlap. Even so, I can still clearly distinguish his shadow and my own from their outlines. Ten days pass. My visit to Chaosy has ended, so Sylus and I part ways at the warp point. I return to the Empire, but his spaceship doesn't head back to its homeland. I know that Chaosy won't just watch from the sidelines and supply weapons in galactic wars now. Before the countdown to our amenity begins, I occasionally communicate with Sylus after court is adjourned. Is the collection team I sent to Chaosy useful? The Empire's research department has been developing a batch of anti-corrosion equipment. I thought it'd be perfect to send them to you for testing.
Using this equipment to collect Erythra stones is convenient. But this is enough. The team doesn't need to stay in Chaosy anymore.
As he speaks, a notification appears in the interface's lower right corner. It's a request from the guards at the Imperial border regarding the repatriation of the collection team and personnel. The Empire's technology is second to none in the cosmos. I only wanted to support my fiance's homeland.
Only the two of us are in this comms channel. You can stop pretending. Ordinary collection teams wouldn't be as well trained as these people. I'm not unaware of your plans that involve Erythra stones. Do it more covertly next time. Maybe then you'll actually fool me.
I glare at him and end the call. At least, the informants I planted in Chaosy haven't been discovered. During this time, I frequently received gifts from Sylus. Each memento from a different planet he visited. Dill's snow-white crystal sand, Furrow's throne-covered flowers, Case's wind. I repeatedly checked to confirm that these things are just gifts and nothing more. If I were to
give you
him.
intel, I
Never
wouldn't
mind.
use these baubles as cover. Is receiving gifts from your fiancé an unbelievable thing for you, Your Majesty?
Yes. Give me a second, chat. Okay, sorry. Ah! It's not like we're in an actual romantic relationship. Of course I'd be surprised. Over the comm, Sylus gestures as if to flick my forehead.
You should start getting used to it from now on, before we become enemies. Our marriage alliance should continue for both our sakes.
Agreed. We don't want to be enemies.
Chaosi's former sovereign Rogray has been on the run for several days. Currently, Sylus is leading forces to annex every galaxy that sheltered and supported him. Your Majesty, Chaosy continues to expand. Considering their access to the Erythrastone weapons that Sylus possesses, the threat is immeasurable.
Your Majesty, there have been sightings of Zinlai and Rogray on the same planet. They're recruiting mercenaries. We've tracked them down. They established a military base in the Lorne Galaxy. I'm afraid Zinlai is preparing to attack the Empire.
Your Majesty, Sylus has become synonymous with destruction throughout the cosmos. You should annul your engagement with him. Otherwise, the galaxies that support the Empire will feel a sense of betrayal.
Your Majesty.
Enough. I close my eyes and rub my temples. Zinlai and Sylus, both of them are ticking time bombs. If Sylus chooses to invade the Empire while Zinlai stages his rebellion, instead of waiting, it's better to make the first move. I'll intercept Zinlai in advance. Rogray can be used as a hostage to challenge Chaosy. Here are my orders. Sorry, chat, I got a missed call. Okay. Gather the most elite soldiers from our military. We shall prepare a suppression campaign against Zinlai and Rogray. No one is to catch wind of this.
Understood. But Zinlai's military base has anti-radar systems that block all detection methods. I'm afraid...
Don't worry. I have another way. It isn't until nightfall, when the garden shadows slant into the great hall, that the strategic discussion about the campaign finally ends. Just as I'm about to leave, the strategist's voice rings out behind me. It's like a persistent ghost pursuing me.
Your Majesty, please announce the annulment of your engagement with Sylus as soon as possible. Otherwise, the Empire's relationship with other galaxies will be difficult to maintain.
I know what I'm doing. Having spent a full day at court, my mind is coated with fatigue. After slowly washing up, I spread out Chaosi's topographical map on my desk. Words. Enter. My secretary is probably bringing me midnight snacks. I'm used to this routine and don't look up. Amidst the rustling, soft hands gently rest on my shoulders and begin to slowly massage them.
It's very late, Your Majesty. You should rest.
State your purpose.
What are you talking about, Your Majesty?
Speak now, or else you won't leave this room alive.
Your Majesty,
After sputtering meaningless symbols, he finally stammers out a sentence.
I heard you wanted to annul your engagement with Sylus. I consider myself no worse than him, so I decided to recommend myself.
I think I'd rather stay with Sylus. Snapping out of my confusion that was caused by his bewildering words, I brushed away his hands, covered the top of the map, and turned to him. In that case, enlighten me. What can you bring me by being my fiancé? Resources, connections. I smile as I look at him from head to toe. You're not going to tell me it's your face, are you? Cookie! Save me! There's a mean, scary man in my room. I'm uncomfortable. Please save me. Why is Sylus here? This is insane. There are guards everywhere.
It's just...
He wants to say something, but the laughter outside suddenly stops. A thread like red mist drifts into the room. The rest of his words are stuck in his throat. The low gurgle is like a cry for help. However, the owner of that power doesn't give him a chance to open his mouth. In the blink of an eye, the man's body, entangled in the red mist, folds. In an extremely disheveled manner, he's thrown out of my room. Thank you, Pookie. In his place stands someone whom I haven't seen for many days.
Despite the fact we've been apart for so long, your judgment and taste are still normal. That's something worth celebrating.
And you. I didn't think you'd throw caution to the wind. There are guards outside, yet you managed to not make too much of a commotion. Did you bring what I want? The magnetic field around the outer edge of the Chaosy can disable almost all systems. Rogray's anti-radar interface isn't an exception. I asked Sylus to bring me a chip that could simulate the magnetic field's characteristics. He walks into my room, his gaze sweeping over the area where the nobleman had been several times. He fidgets with the ring on his finger. Following Sylus's gaze, I look at my bare ring finger. I took the ring off before I washed up.
Since when were you so careless, Your Majesty? If you're going to put on an act, you need to commit. That explains why a lowlife like him found an opportunity.
How are you so sure, Sylus? You're acting strange. He takes another step towards me, his fingers sliding along the edge of the table. The ring I had temporarily placed there falls into his palm.
Do you want to call off our engagement?
The unexpected question catches me off guard. I didn't expect Sylus to care. Just as I'm about to tell him the truth, I change my mind. Are you concerned? I reach out to lift Silas's chin. I smile as I expose him. I see. You're jealous. But what can I do? You have a terrible reputation. This union doesn't befit me whatsoever. Silas's arm tightens around my lower back as he lifts me, takes a step, and pins me against the wall. Hello!
Then let's take this chance to restate our terms again. No matter how voracious your appetite is, no matter how grand your ambitions are, I'm the only one who can satisfy you in the cosmos.
Yes, he is. His kiss interrupts me. His familiar scent traps me between the wall and his embrace. Before I can even wipe away my teasing smile, he bites my lower lip, sharp like a punishment. The tingling sensation reaches deep into my throat. Ah! It seemingly melts away the distance created by those days without his touch. It incinerates my accumulated frustration and restlessness.
Tell me you have no intention of calling off the engagement.
You care about this. That's childish. Unable to find a few seconds to breathe, I tilt my head back and let his trail of gentle kisses fall on my neck. He continues to go down. He catches my fingers as I run them through his hair. They're enveloped in warmth and moisture. He slips the ring onto my finger once again, and now carries his warmth from his mouth. It now carries the warmth from his mouth. He pushes it onto the base of my finger.
You can say my behavior has been unusual.
He put the ring back on her finger with his mouth. Oh my god, I love this man. Sorry.
When we were apart, I missed you every single day.
Yeah, I'm saving that. I am saving that. My body feels weightless as Sylus carries me to the soft bed. We fall together, our arms and legs entangled. I take the initiative to close the distance between us this time. I know. I feel the same way. I caress his chest. His heartbeat tickles my palm like a feather. A rhythmless beat pounds against my ears. Silas's embrace seemingly melts me into him and slowly consumes everything that I am, bit by bit. Oh my goodness gracious. Soon the last trace of rationality is burned. The world around us fades, and what remains of our senses, there's only each other's breaths, touch, warmth, and scent. Mirrored in silken bed sheets, our consciousness drifts among the cosmos. Underneath the star's radiance, our bodies are intertwined. I don't think about anything. I don't worry about anything. I only know that tonight Sylus, who's acting slightly unusual tonight, he's somewhat to my liking. Thank you, Infold. I feel like I've been fed. Thank you. That was great. After a night of deep sleep, the sky curtain is working as usual. It simulates beautiful, tranquil morning light. Oh my goodness. I open my eyes. In my blurred vision, Sylus idly plays with my fingers. Ringed fingers are intertwined. The Empire's diamond and the Chaosi's erythrostone stone glimmer brilliantly under the dawn. Waking up to this face, now I understand why monarchs would skip out on attending court. Unable to resist taking more admiring glances, I only move when I'm completely satisfied. I slowly free myself from this embrace. The guards outside will change soon. You should leave while they do that.
You're kicking me out as soon as you wake up?
I gotta keep you safe, Pookie. Smiling, he gets up and gives me a chip while putting on his clothes. Just as I'm about to take it, his hand moves to the side.
If you want me to help you, you should at least tell me why.
Ever since I returned from Chaosi, I've been thinking that the Empire's defense system needs an upgrade. The magnetic field around Chaosi are natural forms of defense. They're worth studying. I lie with a straight face, sit up straight, and pull the chip from Sylus's fingers.
In that case, I should ask you for payment.
He takes his belt from the chair and loops it around me. A slight pull brings me to his side.
You need to leave with me when I see you next time.
We're going somewhere?
Answer my question first.
What if our relationship is different next time we meet? Sylus never agreed to spare the Empire from conflict, and I never said I wouldn't take action against Chaosi. Not to mention, I'm currently planning a campaign. Sylus is included in my calculations.
Let's make another deal, then. Should that happen, our relationship will return to what it was when we first met.
Outside, the sound of footsteps from two groups of guards meeting as they change shifts resounds.
So what's your answer?
I agree. I'm afraid he and I will officially be standing on opposite sides the next time we meet. After parting ways with Sylus, I busy myself with the campaign's deployment and strategic discussions. 5 days pass in the blink of an eye. On the day of the campaign, I held a secret rally on the mothership before setting out. I gave a speech to those participating in this battle. You shall take part in a war that could overturn the cosmic order. You will become the authors of history. Like the mighty dragons from those legendary epics, you shall be the architects of the new order. After today, the Cosmic Empire will continue to prosper. Passing through the warp point and arriving at Lorne, the scene before my eyes was beyond my expectations. Dangerous red lights from the approaching fleet flash, and every one of Zinlai's private soldiers has guns, blades embedded with erythrostones at their waist. Even if he was allied with the former Sovereign of Chaosi, it'd be impossible for him to obtain a weapon supply of this scale. Only one person could provide those erythrostone weapons. Sylus. The forces participating in the encirclement are only a quarter of the Imperial army. Faced with the erythrostone weapons, victory is almost impossible for us. When did he learn of my plan and decide to turn the tables on me? You really are just like me. We're always merciless towards each other. So it's come to this. I know that if I were in Sylus's position, I would have made the same decision, yet anger still surges from my heart. I curse his name again and again. When you learned of my plan, did you feel the same way? It practically slams the comms button on the mothership's console. All spaceships can now hear my voice. All units, stay calm. You are to follow my orders. Get into a defensive formation. Retreating is our priority.
Your Majesty, Chaosi's sovereign is targeting you. You cannot fall into his hands. Please, come with me. I'll escort you back to the Empire.
A massive explosion echoes from the upper levels of the mothership. The hull violently shakes. Another laser pierces through the mothership. It's brutally torn in half. I grab the general and lunge. We narrowly escape disaster. Listen to me. Call for reinforcements.
What about you, Your Majesty?
I'm staying here. I will never let myself fall into Silas's hands. However, I want to stay here. I'll be a witness to Sylus walking towards the future he desires. Cutscene time, chat! Pookie! Oh, he looks so good. Yes.
Are you waiting for reinforcements or the chance to give up?
Pookie! Ooh! We fell! Oh no!
You owe me a life. Don't forget to repay me.
Am I supposed to hold it?
Really? Are you afraid you'll be unable to pay me back?
Oh, he just tossed us. Oh shit. That looked like it was coming right for
Now
us.
it's our turn to level the playing field.
Run, Pookie, run! He threw us again! Oh, he looks so badass.
I'm here to rescue you, Your Majesty.
Aww. Of course he is. He wouldn't let anything happen to us.
I wonder if the Empress still wants my belated assistance.
She does. I do.
If you agree to stand by my side, my loyalty, my power, and everything else that's mine, it will all be yours.
Ooh, I like that! Yes! Everything that we have, we will share. It will be wonderful. We are a team. The coordinates Sylus entered into the spaceship are for the third planet in the solar system. Covered in yellow sand, it drifts in the cosmos. Through the porthole, my destroyed mothership gradually recedes in the distance along with the war where the tide of the battle had turned. All of it fades away. Zinlai's army is annihilated by Sylus, and Rogray has long since been captured. The victor is obvious. Pookie!
I checked. Not a single person from your army died in Lorne. Do you feel relieved?
A blade spins out between my fingers and I point it at Sylus. Explain yourself, Mr. Fiancé. Sylus smiles and takes a step back. He taps a holographic display behind him. A fuzzy recording immediately begins to play.
Zinlai is Rogray's biggest supporter. Killing him was one of my objectives as well.
The former sovereign of Chaosi. He's no longer important. You can take him away. I can tell you everything. The galaxies he allied with, his hideouts, exchange. I want to know the movements of the Cosmic Empire's current Empress. I want the Empire's throne and the head of the woman currently sitting on it. There's no conflict of interest between us. We can be friends. My army needs Erythrostone weapons. With your assistance, defeating the Empire will be effortless.
Unease rises deep within me. I turn off the recording. You used my plans to make a deal with Zenlai, Sylus. I could have sworn I told you to let me know when you're going to use me as bait.
Pretend you're me for a few seconds. Would telling you about my plans allow you to profit from the conflict?
I don't know why it's doing that, like, screen tearing thing. I'm momentarily at a loss for words. The answer would most likely be no, but I keep that to myself. When did you find out?
I knew from the beginning.
He smiles and holds up 2 fingers and waves them in front of my face.
I've been watching you. It's like how you planted informants in Chaosy.
The spaceship glides past brilliant star clusters and destroys asteroids. It gradually approaches a sandy yellow planet. The planet is called Earth. It's said to be the birthplace of all dragon-related legends. He takes my hand and leads me towards the deck. We step onto the boundless yellow sand as we landed on the softest page of a legendary tale.
Humans left this planet behind for hundreds of years. It was alone in this corner of the cosmos. Until we arrived. Maybe we'll become legends on this planet tomorrow. Like dragons.
The Empire won't fall because of one defeat, but Chaosi's power continues to grow stronger with each passing day. A delicate balance was achieved between the Empire and Chaosy. The Empress and that Sovereign maintain a relationship between the 2 galaxies through their political marriage alliance. When their interests align, they're partners with perfect rapport. When their interests conflict, they become ruthless enemies who show each other no mercy. The entire cosmos holds its breath and waits for another clash between the Cosmic Empire and Chaosy. When that time comes, the universal order will shift. It is said that this is what Empress Kaori is of the Cosmic Empire and Sylus, Chaosy's Sovereign, hope it will happen. 418 years later, they welcome such a future. But that is a story for another time. Excerpt from The Never-Ending Cosmos. I liked that! That was really good. The cutscene was amazing. Oh, there's another ending? I didn't know that. I wonder if it's if you choose differently. All the way back in episode 1.
Galactic light shines bright. All
I'm gonna let
stars
it autoplay,
gleam in
chat.
harmony. As witnesses, they shall celebrate the official engagement between the Empress of the Cosmic Empire and Sylus, the Sovereign of the Chaosy Galaxy.
It sounds like there's 2 different musics playing.
Did you choose a color that matches me? It's time to receive our blessings.
Dude, why is it doing that?
This distance is expected of two people in a stable, harmonious relationship, Your Majesty. If you want people to notice something's not right, well, you're free to push my hand away. You're already regretting it. This marriage of convenience is just a deal between us. Until we walk through that door, you still have a chance to back out. Do you still want to do it?
I don't want to do that. Are you implying it's unnecessary? Even if I walk out and announce that our engagement has been annulled, no one would question me. I pushed Sylus away and stepped back. My stance couldn't be any more obvious. Surprisingly, Silas's smile doesn't disappear. It's as if he had already anticipated this. He steps aside and opens the door for me.
You may do as you please.
Many years later, as the war in the Allure galaxy drags on without reaching a conclusion, I often recall that the distant afternoon was when I annulled my engagement with Sylus. Did his smile mean I walked into the trap he had set? Was everything part of his plan? I'm not sure, but I believe that it must have been the case. Oh, this is the bad ending. Okay. In the cosmic year 649, Kiori Crow, the 6th Empress of the Cosmic Empire, announced the annulment of her engagement with Sylus, the second sovereign of Chaosy. We can almost say with certainty that this was the beginning of the war between the Empire and Chaosy. The Empress and Chaosy Sovereign spent their entire lives locked in opposition with their passing. It's difficult to trace the original reason for the war. Fragmentary records suggest that even before their proposed marriage of convenience, Empress Kiori intended to annex Chaosy. Meanwhile, Sylus had plans to conquer the Cosmic Empire. The desire for conquest burned more intensely than romantic desire. From this perspective, who could say they weren't perfectly matched arch-nemesis? Are they not schemers who used ambition to constrain fate itself? Kiori and Sylus, a century-old empire, emerging forces, a union that never reached a joyous fruition, and a war that was never found a resolution. Excerpt from the Never-Ending Cosmos. I like the ending I got more, chat.